Hi everyone, my name is Chloe, and I'm here to talk to you about humanity. Over these past few years during the COVID times, I've begun to romanticize humanity. And some might respond with, but the world is a terrible place right now and there's so many problems all the time. Great, I know that. That's why I romanticize the idea of being alive and being human, because the world isn't a great place. I think humans are fundamentally good creatures, and that is what I'm here to talk about. So, let's begin with the mundane acts of humanity, shall we? How many times have you peeled a fruit, a clementine, an orange, whatever, and had the sudden, offhanded thought of, I wonder how many people have peeled fruits in the past? Maybe you've never thought of that, but now that I've said it, you might. One of my favorite memories is of me hunched over the kitchen counter late one summer night, tearing into a juicy peach. It dripped down my chin and hands and arms, and it was messy, but it was human. I adore the way people's footsteps match up when they walk together. Have you noticed that? How people can fall in and out of rhythm so easily? It makes me think their bodies know they love each other. Cooking is very human. It's a universal language, in fact, a love language. I heard a story once of two people who didn't speak any languages in common, but they made a meal together. When one would make a mistake, the other would beckon for the food and knife and show the person how to do it. Cooking and preparing food as a whole is a silent understanding, a quiet interaction, a human experience. Yet within these quiet comforts, we are a lonely species. I think that's why we're able to create and teach and tell so well, because we have these holes in our beings that we desire to fill. And the one thing that keeps that hole at bay is talking. I think about how many women in the past sat in circles and wove stories like the baskets in their hands. I think about people sitting on hills and next to bodies of water, watching the same sun rise as the one we see set. I think about the graffiti found in Pompeii, the messages of, we two dear men, friends forever, we're here. If you want to know our names, they're Gaius and Aulus. And very crudely, I screwed a lot of girls here. I think about the 6-year-old boy, Anfim, in the 13th century, who drew himself in battle all over his homework. And especially, I think about the Voyager Golden Record. Have you ever heard of that? A phonograph that was put in a capsule and launched into space in 1977? On the record are sounds and images that contain, in short, the very essence of humanity. There's 115 images and tons of audio that include crashing waves, whale calls, and rain. There's 55 spoken greetings in many languages, as well as music from different cultures, and a little shield saying, hello from the children of planet Earth. There's pictures of humans, food, architecture, plants, and landscapes. The point of the record is for alien life to find it and reach out to us, to try and be a little less lonely in the world we live in. These people reached through time and begged they would not be forgotten, and it worked, because I'm here now telling you about lives long gone. So, what did I do with all my findings? This love I had for humanity? Well, I began a little research project with the idea of giving people full liberty over a canvas and seeing what would happen. No rules, no requirements, no restrictions. You could use any material you want and simply go at it. What I expected were people to not really engage. Why would they, considering they all have their own art to do? Well, what actually happened was groups of people gathered around my work, creating as though they'd been held back for years. I watched as people laughed and told stories of their own art and lives over my piece. They sat together with a box of pencil crayons and doodled, even though the crayons didn't show up well on the canvas. They're like little children again, sitting around tables in kindergarten, scribbling nonsense that meant the world to them. One student doesn't believe in anything truly human, so she went over all the progress with a layer of gesso, essentially erasing the work from view. I thought it was amazing. I could have cried watching these people. I want to put something here that you'll never be able to get rid of. My friend Wilder told me when he got his turn, and he's right. A large part of the human experience is trying to leave something for another to see. From graffiti in ancient Pompeii to initial scribble on hiking trails, we leave a little bit of ourselves in the places we pass through. Watching these people, seeing them all so happy when they're given a break from expectations or rules, it was one of the best things that I've ever experienced. Thank you.